Hello and welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a whip and chat, and yeah, just a little bit different for me, so let's get started. So yeah, if you're a regular on my channel, you'll know that this is actually quite unusual for me. Usually I do cross-stitch conversions for my whip and chats. I do regular canvases in my own time, but on whip and chats I'm usually doing my cross-stitch conversion. But I thought let's change it up because it is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, or happy anti-Valentine's Day, depending on how you feel about it. We'll talk about that. But for now, we are working on True Love. I thought it was appropriate, by Kurtis Rykovich, and this is from Dreamer Designs, and it's a round diamond painting. Trays I'm using today, these are from Abbies. This is the little trashy tray for my trash jewels, and I've got Abbies diamond painting putty, which I've only just started using putty, so we're seeing how we're having some teething problems with it because I'm a bit of a klutz and I get it on my canvas and it goes like, it's all stretchy. I think she has an Etsy store, but I actually got this one from Diamond Painting Studio. Me and Words this morning are clearly not playing on this. We're not behaving. The pen I just got this from, I think I got this one from AliExpress. It's got, look, it's got little dolphins in it. Little dolphins, bit of glitter. Yeah, so I think it cost me like £3 or something from AliExpress. And the tips I bought separately. They're like that rainbow coloured ones, like them metallic-y type. So they're a bit like AB type things. And then I've got another pen here. I'm just been using it for my straightener. Again, this is one of those rainbow metallic metal thingies. It's got one of these angled nose type ones, which I haven't made up my mind if I like yet. So I do. I've just got some pink wax in there. Should I feel the urge? Oh, I forgot. I put my pen down on the sticky. I'm all ready to go. So right, let's start. Let us start with. We'll start on the right hand side because I am right-handed. Hopefully the camera's all right. It's occurred to me recently. Right, let's do this. I need to brain. So I am working on this canvas upside down. So sometimes I need to brain with the symbol because I look at it one way and my head is going, but that's not a T. No, because only upside down is it a T. When it's the right way, it's this way. Okay, so how are you all on this Valentine's Day? The reason I put anti-Valentine's Day. Now I do have my other half. We've been together for like too long. You get less for murder. So I think, I mean, we're over 30 years now. So yeah, that's kind of scary. But we don't tend to really do Valentine's Day. We did initially when we first started going out. See, this is why I got this one, because I've got putty in this end, and this is where I've learned that if I use my single placer to just nudge something along. Look at me multi-placing with my two multiplacer. If you don't know, I don't multi-place. Well, apparently I do. I multi-place 2 at a time now. But yeah, I got that part because it's a 5 set. I bought it for the tips and the straightener, but it was one of these weird deals where oh, and I wanted to try the angled tip. But it was one of these weird deals that if you bought the pack of 5, you could buy them all individually, but if you bought the pack of 5, it was actually cheaper. So I thought, all right, I'll try. I think the other one, I might have had a 4-placer or a 5-placer. That I don't even know where that is. But I thought, let's try. Let's not be stubborn about it. Let's just, you know, give these things a chance, because it's not like I don't dislike multi-places on principle. So I just don't get on with them, and I can always see the lines quite often. And that drives me mad. But I seem to be getting on all right with the 2-placer. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so we don't really do Valentine's Day as such anymore. I mean, honestly, I just think it's let's be honest, it's just a commercial thing, isn't it? It's nothing. I used to work with somebody who, I mean, obviously it was his excuse. I mean, because he was a bit of bit of a lad, but he was like, "Oh no, why would I celebrate Valentine's Day? I can tell somebody I care about them all year. I shouldn't be just telling them one day." Which, even though he was doing it so that he didn't have to buy a card or a present or anything, to be honest, he was right. let's be honest. If you love someone, you know, you don't just wait for one day a year to let them know. So in this house, we're not really Valentine's-y people, unless he surprises me. I've got something in mind for a present for both of us, but really it's just an excuse to get a present for something that I found. But I'll talk about that in another video, just in case I change my mind about getting it. But generally we don't bother. Though a couple of years ago it was quite good. It was good. He showed remarkable forethought, because I'm never going to get flowers. But he bought me a bottle of Baileys. Now, I do like my Baileys, so he was just like, let's just buy something she'll like. And I do like my Baileys, so he bought me, on a whim, he bought me a bottle of Baileys for Valentine's Day, as you do. Now, if you ever do see my other whipping chats, occasionally I mention my other half. He has to get up at the arse crack of dawn. So we don't talk in the mornings unless you look from me when he says goodbye. Counts. So you know, it's very rare that I get up, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I am not a morning person. So what he did, so I would actually see it and not, like, you know, it wouldn't be like left in the room and I've not gone in the room until 5 o'clock or something. He wanted to make sure I saw it first thing in the morning. So he put it in the bathroom next to my toothbrush. So funny. So I walked into the bathroom and there's a bottle of Baileys there. I'm like, what the? But it did the job. I mean, obviously, I didn't drink it. When I say it did the job, I didn't drink it on the spot, tempting as it was. But yeah, yeah, he put it. I mean, so it was just so funny. But I did find it. To be fair, I did find it as soon as I got up. Top tips. So, but yeah, usually we don't bother with anything. I think I said I might cook a nice dinner, like a, you know, because it's midweek. I'm cheating, by the way. This is Valentine's Day is on Wednesday and this is Tuesday, so I am filming this the day before. So the plan is to just cook a, you know, during the weekday we don't usually bother with nicer dinners. It's just like you know, it's a work day. But I should probably pay more attention to these drills, because like there's more than one red, and I'm just placing stuff because I'm having a natter. I'm in a chat, getting carried away. But yeah, so we don't usually have a nicer dinner during the week, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do steak and chips, I think, or a curry, one of the two. Both of them feel like a treat for us, so that's what I'm going to do. But aside from that, I actually did, you know, yeah, I'm not into Valentine's Day. It's just so commercialised. So let me know. Are you a Valentine's person? Do you do things for Valentine's Day? Do you hate Valentine's Day? Do you do things for Valentine's Day because you feel you ought to? Not because you really want to. I'm betting a few people out there. Let me know. Like I say, I am in the camp of like, kind of, yeah. Like if it wasn't mentioned, then I wouldn't care. I never get a card, and I don't want one because I never buy a card. So yeah, join the anti Valentine brigade. I should make that. I need to do that on my what do you call them, thumbnail. The anti Valentine's Day. Yeah. So just a little bit of a rant. I only decided kind of on the spur of the moment. I was filming yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. No, I filmed. Well, I filmed on my cross stitch conversion, which, like I say, is where I need to stop saying like I say. I filmed a cross stitch conversion whip and chat, because that's usually where I do my whip and chats, and I did that. I don't, it wasn't yesterday. I'm getting confused when my days of the week are. Is that all of them? I'll show this at the end. As you can see, I'm working on her upside down, so I'll turn her the right way up before we go. But where was I going with this? Yeah, so in that WIP and chat, I was like, I could do a Valentine's Day chat, just, you know, to work on this canvas, just to mix things up a bit for a change. And then I kind of forgot about it, and then I was like, today it was just like, do you know what? If I'm going to do it, I need to do it now, because otherwise there's no point having a Valentine's Day chat and it's like a week, 2 weeks after, which is what I'm like. I have loads of videos sitting there waiting to be posted, and I'm not a fan of editing, and I always edit because there's always something. I stop midway, or a siren goes past, because I live in London, so I try and edit out those because they make a row. I live in London and I'm on through route, and for some reason all the emergency services, well, no, not all of them actually, I never get the fire trucks, the fire brigade go past, but it seems to be a through route for, at least during the daytime. I think in other times it's not so bad because it's not so busy, but during the day there's more traffic, so we don't have many traffic lights or anything in this through route. And apart from like outside my house, my flat, let's do these little arrows, which is this little arrow, 30, this one. I'm having to turn the pot upside down just to make sure I don't have a reverse brain thing, put the wrong symbol in, because I've noticed on this canvas, like for this arrow, there is one that goes, do you know what I mean? This canvas has, there was a T symbol that goes like this way, and then there's a T symbol that goes that way, which is fine when you're looking at it the right way up, but it's very easy to get confused. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going before I got sidetracked with that. Oh yeah, the editing. So I do try and edit out stuff because I live on this through route, and in the daytime I get both the police and the ambulance go down. Unless I miss them, unless I mentally phase them out, I swear they don't go past very often unless I turn the camera on. And then there's a given. There was one just a minute ago I paused for, so you know, I come back and I will edit things like that out. Or sometimes I'll be like, hey, look at this picture. And so I always have to watch my videos, even if I don't do a huge amount of editing. I always have to watch them through to make sure I've not done something weird that needs to be taken out. Like talking to the ALEXA. I won't say her name because she'll set everybody else's off. She'll set mine off as well. But if I have to ask her a question, then you know, obviously I'm not going to pause the video. I just ask a question. We don't want that. We don't want all those going off. But yeah, it does mean I have to watch the videos. And I've been filming quite a lot, but I've only been posting up like 1 or 2 a week. I might try and post up a little storage one, which is virtually ready. I think it's only 6 or 7 minutes long. This art, I've got another art dot. This is, oh yeah, I didn't mention, this is my new art dot system. I did this in the kitting up. If you've not seen the kitting up, I do loads of kitting ups, so I've got a playlist. Oh well, I won't put it there now. I'll put it at the end. But right, upside down the arrow, 23. There we go. Oh, I've got. Let me just make sure that's the right symbol. Yes. So yeah, I've got another art dot storage system. So hopefully by now you've seen that. It was nearly ready. Nearly ready for upload, so I should just, oh look, I missed a T. I should just do it, because it won't even take long. What's wrong with me? But since I've been back in the new year, I've been filming quite a lot of videos, but I've not been uploading quite a lot of videos, so at least I've got a nice sort of backlog to fall back on. Should I, you know, should life get busy? This thing is, if life gets busy, I don't have time to edit them either. Should I lose my mojo, shall we say? Because at the moment, because of my enforced break, I might need to put new putty in. I put new putty in this end, which is why I've got a little bit of popping over, but I didn't do this end. We'll see how we go. Because I had a break from diamond painting that was enforced, it meant now that I'm back, I'm raring to go. And I'm diamond painting nearly every day. Now, I am not usually a diamond paint every day kind of girl. You know, I'll do it regularly, but it might be like 2 or 3 times a week type thing versus every day. But at the moment, I'm doing every day. Do you know what? I don't want to just pull out, because sometimes it just gets a bit... So I'm just going to pull out my putty and turn it around a bit. See if, because I'm not using the single placer that much. So we'll see how it goes. Right, and then we'll just tidy up that because that's overflowed a bit. So yeah, at the moment, I'm just riding that wave of just recording and doing my diamond paintings while I can, while I'm going all out, because I bought a load of canvases in the Christmas sales and stuff, which is not like me. I'm usually quite conservative with because I'm a slow diamond painter, you know, going back to me being painting 2 or 3 times a week. When you paint 2 or 3 times a week and you single place for the most part, yeah, you don't finish many paintings unless they're small. So because of that, it saves me a fortune, because I don't buy many paintings either. Because I try to resist. I don't really have the space to stash loads of paintings in their boxes waiting, you know, undone. Though it is getting a bit out of hand, because I keep my completed diamond paintings with my new ones, my incompleted ones. So I'll have to tackle that soon. I am having a big tidy up in my flat, my apartment, but it's slow going. I'm rationing it, and it's working. Like I'm quite a lazy person, so let's just not beat around the bush. I am quite a lazy person, but I also get, because let's be honest, housework. I mean, maybe you do enjoy it. Me, it's just mind-numbingly boring. Right, housework is boring. It's just, yeah. So it's not that I'm not willing to do it. It's just I start something and then halfway through I get bored, and then I like rush the end. So it's never done very well. But this year I didn't make any resolutions, because I don't make resolutions, New Year resolutions. But it's like, just in general, it's my year of getting stuff done. Off camera, I don't say stuff. I say another word. My year of getting stuff done. And one of the things that's on my list is obviously sorting out my diamond paintings. Getting them just organised and tidy. And I don't have any up on the wall, so I think I'm going to put some up and frame them. You know, it's just like that sort of stuff. One day I'll put I like this one, I'll put that up on the wall, and then I've got to get a frame, and then I never get the frame. Yeah. So I'm doing things like that, but I'm rationing it, and it's working. The psychological battle to actually get stuff done. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine. I don't think you can, but it's in the kitchen. I'm not in the same room, but it's on the spin cycle. So I'll have to, when it finishes, I'll have to go out there, because it's really annoying. It does that peep. Does your washing machine do that? When it's finished, I wouldn't mind a little, like, one peep, but it peeps for like intermittently, like a smoke alarm, annoying type peep. You know what I mean? When the battery's going, and it's like beep beep. And then like 20 seconds later, like beep, beep, and it does it for like a minute. It's like, shut up. Anyway. Random, right? Well, if you're new here, welcome. This is what I'm like. I'm constantly darting off in different directions. Right, let me do. Where's that? 26. Where are you? There we are. Yes, we're going to do number 7. So the psychological battle is what it's all about with me, and what I've decided to do is every Saturday morning it's kind of settled into doing. Occasionally I'll do something very, very small, but I've got my other half on board with this project for once, so that says how much clutter we've collected through our lives, because even he knows something has to give. We can't keep like buying things and stay living in this small flat. Something has to give. So really, it's about making room so we can buy new stuff. But yeah, the Saturday mornings has just gone into this rhythm that we kind of set a chore during the week. We decide what our chore will be, and it'll be like, we'll do this cupboard, or we'll do this corner, or we'll sort out these shelves, things like that. And that's literally all we do. We just do like one thing, and it's between the two of us, we're spending like an hour and a half doing our chore, and then we stop. Once it's done, it's done. And we've been finding, you kind of get into your rhythm sometimes, and it's like, no, stop, don't do any more. We've done our homework for the week. We've done our chore. Let's stop, and we'll do the other thing next week. And you know what? It's working, because you stop when you're sort of in that rhythm, and you find, because you have to stop, you're like, but I want to carry on. Now, if I carried on, I would get bored, and then I would stop, and then I would never go back to it. But because I'm being left champing at the bit to sort out the next thing, because we're actually getting space back. The first couple of weeks, we didn't, there wasn't much difference. You wasn't seeing much of a result. But this week especially, a lot of things like got tidied and moved around into the new space sort of thing. Because at the moment, you sort out one corner, and you've got things that no longer want to put in that corner. Because we're doing furniture, we're doing everything. We're doing the deep clean, we're pulling out the cupboard, the chest of. We had like a furniture set of drawers and a big heavy shelf unit. We've been clearing them off. We've been pulling them out. We've been like pulling them away for the wall, which probably hasn't been done for like 10 years. And it's like proper deep clean while we're at it. And but yeah, when you tidy things up, and then you think, well, I no longer want these items on this shelf or in this cupboard. We'll put that. We've got some of them other things that are similar, so we could just move them to go with them. But you can't put them with them yet, because you haven't sorted that out. So there's a lot of, like that slidey puzzle where you're doing you've got the squares, it's like the cubes, and there's one empty cube left, and you have to slide the tiles around to make the picture. But you have to do all sorts of weird, move that over there, and then down there, and then so you can circle it. It's like that, but with furniture and cupboards and stuff. Anyway. This weekend we had we got a piece in place. Oh look, no, that didn't really work. I might, meh. Let me top up, see if I can got a little strand, because it's in there, but it's pushed in. So this weekend we actually had some success with sliding a tile around to fill a spot, and suddenly it's only like a sort of wall along a room. But suddenly everything is right in the world, and we can see the results. That's the nice thing. It's actually proper seeing the results, and we notice a difference, which is great for motivation. So yeah, I highly recommend that. If you hate tidying up, or big chores like that, just ration it. Just ration it, and then you stop when you still, I won't say enjoy it, because it's not, maybe you do find housework fun, but you're satisfied. You stop doing it while you're still feeling constructive, rather than just bored and annoyed and fed up. So yeah, that's going really well. That was going somewhere. Oh yeah, because I was talking about my diamond painting. So one of the things we haven't got to that particular cupboard yet. I'm going to need more drills. I've got quite a lot of 7s there. We haven't got to the particular cupboard with my diamond paintings in. Right, hang on a second. I just need to. There's the peeping washer machine. See, that's one thing I'll have to edit out because I just walked away. It's going to go off again in about 12 minutes because I always put it on an extra spin. It does the normal wash, but then I spin it an extra time before it goes in the tumble dryer, and it's not in the tumble dryer for so long. And with electricity prices and energy prices in general, as they are, it's raining today, so I can't. I live in a flat, but we have a balcony, so I can put washing out, but not today because it's raining, as is often the case in the UK. But yeah, we've not got to the diamond painting cupboard yet. So I'm hoping to make some room. But yeah, what I started right at the beginning of this little rabbit hole that I went down in. I was saying I've bought quite a lot of diamond paintings in the New Year's sale. Diamond paintings and cross-stitch conversion patterns. I bought both in the New Year's sale. Well, I say a lot. I've probably bought the same amount in 6 weeks as people buy in, like, you know, when they do like Black Friday sales at Diamond Art Club and people get like huge boxes. I've probably just bought what one person buys in one of them sales. So big purchases. Yeah, it's all relative. And I've got some unboxings still. I've put some unboxings up, including this one. This is one of my new ones. This was in, I think it's one of their discontinued lines. So if you like her, then I suggest you get to Dream of Design sooner rather than later. I haven't looked today. She might already be gone. Hopefully not. But yeah, she is in their discontinued line and low stock. So she's probably going to sell out soon. But yeah, by my standards, I bought a lot. And I think that's helping as well with my motivation to diamond paint every day. Because I've got all these paintings, and I'm not a person that likes to have a big... I do have a stash, like most people. Like, sometimes you're in the mood to... I don't have a problem with having multiple WIPs. I don't have a huge amount, but I've got like 4, I think. And I also don't mind having things sitting in my stash because I know I'll get to them one day. But I don't buy, well, I would love to buy just to collect. And that turned into a 3-place just because it stuck to my glue. You know, whilst I would love to be able to just buy because I like the picture, I cannot afford it. That's the bottom line. I can't afford to have like 50 premium kits just sitting there. 50, 100, like people have, you know, stashes of hundreds of kits. And we're not talking Temu hauls here, proper kits. So 1, I cannot afford that kind of stash. And 2, I don't have the space for it, as demonstrated by the fact that we're having to have a clear out. And 3, also, it's like when I buy a painting, it's just like because I want to do it. It's like, it's so cool. It's a nice picture. I want to do them. So they itch at me. I've got some old paintings because I did take my break. Well, I took 2 breaks. One break was because I had tendinitis for 6 months in my elbow. And the other break, which was longer, that was like nearly a year and a half. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. For anybody who's around here normally, I am repeating myself. I do that a lot. But that one was like nearly a year and a half. And I just lost my mojo. And I woke up and then I was just like, I don't feel like it. And that was it. I didn't come back for like 15 months. I'm not one of these people. You see people that I see people on Facebook saying, "Oh, I really don't want a diamond paint at the moment. What can I do to get back in the mood?" Just don't. Like, it's a hobby. Don't force yourself. Oh, look, see, that's why I don't usually push. I put the extra wax in, putty, get that off, and then I forgot, and I just pushed that. This is why I've got this extra pen here, to like just so I could use the straightener on it and push something along. Because you know what it's like. Poured glue. I don't know what it is. They like somehow they wander. I swear I put a drill one place and it'll just go, and I'll look back and it'll be like, ugh. They wander. How is that? Poltergeist. Anyway, yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. I was talking about my brand. Oh yeah, so yeah, people are like, how do I get back to diamond painting? Just take a break. It's fine. It's a hobby. You're doing it for fun. Don't force yourself. There's so many things in life that you're forced to do, like work and do housekeeping, you know, pay bills. You know, why make more rules for yourself than you already have to follow? That's my take on it anyway. So, yeah. I didn't really think about, though, what I was going to be talking about today. I was saying that earlier when I was just, from my other WIP and chats, I was like, yeah, I should do a Valentine's one or an anti-Valentine's Day chat. But I haven't really thought about what I was going to talk about. I never do. I don't. I remember right back in the beginning, I wouldn't make a script, but I'd like do a little post-it note of things to talk about. Because there'd always be something, and I'd be like, oh, I should have mentioned this, or I should have mentioned that. And then, right, number 4. Oh, let's move that putty. Where'd it go? Being blind, 45, okay. I was talking about something there. I just lose my train of thought so badly. If I have to think about anything at all that interrupts my train of thought, that's it, I've lost it. Right, hang on, let me think. Oh yeah, the post-it note, so I don't forget things. How ironic. Right, so I'd make the post-it note. Oh look, I missed a 7 as well. I'd have the post-it note so that I would have things to, you know, go, oh, I forgot. I want to remember to talk about this because, you know, that's something I could talk about. And then I would forget to look at the post-it note. So I gave up with that. Like, what I remember. And then if I don't, well, I guess there's always next time. I'm like, yeah, you have a post-it note. And I forget to look at the post-it note for ideas of what to talk about. And then afterwards, I'm always like, oh, I should have said about that. Oh, I could have mentioned that. Oh, I could talk about my holiday. Because I've been threatening to do that. And then I keep forgetting. Because I went on a cruise during my 6 months off. So it was very nice. It was a Mediterranean cruise. Well, it was actually, technically it was called a, what's the Canary Island cruise. So the Canaries is a group of islands that's off the coast of North Africa and to the west. So it's like quite a way away from Africa, but it's like they're Spanish. It's a Spanish colony, for want of a better word. And yeah, so this cruise that I went on, it stopped at Spain. And then it went to Madeira, which is also far out in the Atlantic. It was gorgeous. I'll put a picture. We went on because we don't really do, you know, paid excursions. We tend to wing it, which means we tend to stay around the port area. But this, so we got off the ship at Madeira, and they have a cable car that goes up the mountain, and it runs right from like virtually where the port. I mean, you have to walk, but it's like a 25-minute walk to get to where the cable car is. So we did that, and you go up the mountain, and there was like a big sort of gardens, like on the top of the mountain. We didn't go in that because it was like a paid sort of, they're like formal gardens. So it was like, I don't know if there's a house there or something, but a lot of people were going in there. We just went up to have a, you know, a wander. We like to wander. We are walkers in that sense. We don't like having a strict plan. We're just like, should we go over there? Yeah, let's go over there and have a look. So we went up there, and we didn't go to the garden place, which is where everybody, like the botanical gardens, which is where everybody else was going. And there was just a couple of little, there wasn't even really shops up there. There was like just a couple of bars and, bar restaurants. And there was a little coffee place, coffee and bar. Obviously, we went for the bar. It was after PM, but it was like an outside. It was almost like it wasn't a building. Like, how am I explaining it? It's like a cabin type thing. So it was like all sort of open front, and they had like a wooden balcony, and you sat outside on this wooden balcony, and there was no internal bit. Like when the cafe shut, it would just like pull down its front, but it was a building, but it was like a cabin type building. I can't explain it, you know, the sort of thing. Kiosk, kind of one of those type ones, but the view was gorgeous. So I'll put a picture in there or somewhere. I'll put a picture in of the view. It was beautiful, and we just sat up there. There's my washing machine. Right, shut that up. So yeah, we just sat up there on this little balcony. Oops, that had drills on. I forgot. I thought I was pushing in my wax. So we'd been walking around all morning. It was really hot as well. So, and then we went up the cable car, and then we just sat there and chilled for, I don't know, probably about 2 hours. And Putty, and you know, bloke had a couple of beers. I had a couple of Pepsis, and we just sat, chatted to each other, enjoyed the view, and just generally chilled. Do you know what? It was so gorgeous. So much so that, I mean, personally, I wouldn't have done it. I'm, you know, I don't mind going back, but I would have preferred a break. But bloke wanted to go back and do the same itinerary, because we also went to Lisbon on this cruise, which was also gorgeous. I'll put a picture of Lisbon, like really old city, like, and they have cable cars, and it's just so pretty. So, but I'm getting ahead of myself because Lisbon was our last stop. But yeah, bloke has decided for his, because there's a cruise that covers his birthday at the end of the year, and it's virtually the same itinerary. We go to all the same ports bar one. So yeah, we're going to do it again. But this time we're going to have a balcony, because like that was our only criticism of the ship. We sailed on Anthem of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean ship, and it's really nice, but you know, if you're British, you know what we're like. I mean, I don't want to self-insult, you know, our nation, but you know what we're like with sunshine. You know the phrase, mad dogs and Englishmen. So every sea day, like, you'd go to breakfast, or we would go to breakfast, like, and it'd be like 8:30, so not early, but not late either. We'd go to breakfast at 8:30, and all the sunbeds would be gone. Everything. It's just like, all right. And we'd be walking down the deck to get to the breakfast, and like, it was just full of people. Full of people just being British with the sunshine. I'm just going to straighten that piece of paper. And yeah, so deck space could be a bit of an issue. Like, not even if you wanted a sun lounger, just like deck space anywhere. Everybody was just outside doing their thing, and there wasn't really enough to like keep everybody. I mean, I think they go on the basis that, I'll put that away. I found every time they'll find one that I miss. Like the ship didn't seem particularly well. I think it just assumed people would be doing more activities on the ship, and clearly they wasn't, because everything was rammed. So we got a veranda this time for our room, which means in the morning, it was fine after lunch, but in the mornings, it means we've got somewhere nice to sit outside in the sunshine, enjoy the ship, you know, just chill, because that's one thing we like about the cruises, is they're very relaxing. All right, what shall I do next? Let's do this funny thing. I'm sure that's got a proper name for that symbol, but I don't know what it is. 36. So anyway, so yeah, our cruises are always very chill. In fact, the only thing we tend to do on our cruises, obviously, apart from eating and drinking too much, is we just tend to walk. So we're on the ship. They have like a deck with like, technically it's a running track, but you can walk it as well. So we do laps. Every time we go for a meal, we have to do like 4 laps of the ship. Well, 3 laps is a mile, just for context. So we usually do 3 to 4 laps of the ship every time we have a meal, because, you know, we can't be trusted. You can. That's the thing about ships, cruise ships. Like, you can, most of them, unless you're in a speciality restaurant where you like order in very expensive items, then you can have as many dinners as you want. If you can't make up your mind between, you know, the pork or the chicken, then you could just have both, which is good fun for trying stuff out, but kind of bad for if you lack willpower. So we always eat too much, because like, we're at home, we don't have desserts. We don't even have breakfast, lunch and dinner at the weekends. Usually we'll just have a sort of brunch type breakfasty lunch, and then we'll just have dinner, and we certainly don't have dessert every day. So, and of course you have all that on a cruise. You sit down to a nice dinner. Yeah, I am having dessert. Damn right I am. So yeah, we always eat too much, which means we always have to do loads of laps of the ships. So we do it after every meal. But that's pretty much all we do when we go on a cruise. On port days, we tend to just wander around the port cities, because it's pretty cool. Like, most of the ports, obviously by their nature, is they pick ports of call that if you do want to just get off the ship and walk to something, you're right in town. So yeah, this one, the one we're going on next time, oh, that was what I was saying. I was saying the itinerary, wasn't it? So last year we did Vigo in Spain, and then we went to Madeira. That's where I got sidetracked, because we went up the cable car. And then we went down to the Canary Islands. So that was we went Tenerife, Gran Canaria and Lanzarote. And then we came back across, and I think that's when, yeah, and then we went to Lisbon. And it was a 12-night cruise, so there was like 5 sea days, I think. And no, there must have been more than that. Maybe 6 sea days. And then 5 ports of call. And obviously, no, maybe it was. Oh, I can't count. There was ports of call and there was sea days. Because I always forget that, like, it counts it by the nights, not by the days. And obviously the day you board is a day that counts, because you're there that night. And then you have your night at the end, and obviously you wake up at like you're off the ship by sort of 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, but it was very nice, so nice in fact that's why the other half said, well, it's on my birthday, let's do it. And it's not going to Vigo, but I can't remember where else. It's going to a different, look, there's still some there. So distracted, so easily distracted. But it's another Spanish port that I can't remember the name of. If I remember, when I'm editing this, I will put the name up on screen, because we've never been there. No, that's plastic. We've never been there, so I have no idea what it's like, and I've not looked it up, because we're just like, well, fine, we want to go on this cruise. And a lot of it is about doing it for, you know, for the ship. But we loved Madeira, so we want to take. But that is the downside to the cruise ship. You love the cruise ship because it takes you places, and you're not having to pack up your stuff. Your room goes with you. It's great. But it also means that if you really like a place, you can't go, oh, let's spend another night here. You have to get on the ship, go to the next place. So yeah, we want to go back there. And then Lisbon, which is a really, really old city. I want to say it's like one of the oldest, like, proper cities in the world. It's got proper old roots, traceable roots. And it's lovely. It's very hilly. I need to get fit for next time, because I was just like, oh, I was sweating up a storm, climbing up all these hills, steep roads and stuff. But it's worth it. Really nice views and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll put a picture of that. I'm pretty sure I took some pictures like from higher up. I can't remember if I took one on the ship. If I took one on the ship, I'll put that in. But I'll put a picture of Lisbon in. Let me know if you've ever been to any of these destinations and what you think. Because, yeah. Oh, let's see. I had pink wax. I forgot I had pink wax in there. I'm an idiot. Let's get that pink wax up. Pink wax isn't so hard to get off the canvas, though, at least. If it was putty, it goes me all stringy. Drives me mad. I've figured out now that the key to getting putty off, because I tried a wet wipe, that did not work. Because all that happened is all the little fibres from the wet wipe stuck on this glue, because this glue is just like almost as sticky as double-sided. I like it. I like me some sticky glue. Let's do A before I get sidetracked again. So that is 35. There we go. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I tried the wet wipe. That did not work. So if you've got any tips on how to clean up things, but for the putty, getting on the drills and between the gaps and going all stringy, because it's like blue tack. I found out the best way is to just leave it. Just leave it and it dries out eventually, and you can just like pick it off or brush it off or whatever. But I was thinking about trying it with a toothbrush. I've mentioned this in one of my other whip and chats, but this whip and chat is going to come before the other whip and chat for my cross stitch conversion now, because this obviously cannot wait, because it's about Valentine's Day. I was looking for this drill and it's still stuck there. I thought I'd imagine picking it up. Get in there. So yeah, if you do have tips for putty tips, because I'm convinced actually that I had a realisation that one of the reasons why I like squares over rounds is because I place with tweezers for squares. And rounds, I have to the struggle bus with putty. I have tried regular wax. I have tried speciality wax, like hard wax from a pot. And I couldn't get on with that, which makes me sad, because it was a cherry bakewell smell and a lemon smell, and I bought 3 waxes and they're barely used because I didn't get on with them. I tried blue tack, that did not work. I tried glue dots, that did not work for me. So I'm going to try again, because I realised afterwards, when I tried with the glue dot, it was with the type of tips you have with the pink pens, so it's a small one. So I think I'm going to try with this. I haven't tried with this one, which is like they have slightly bigger hole. So it might work out better, because I was trying to ram in this glue dot, and everybody's like, just push it in with the tweezers. And I'd push it in with the tweezers, and I'd pull out the tweezers and the glue dot would come out. So I'm like, well, that's not working. But I must try that. But yeah, so I tried blue tack and I tried glue dots, and nothing works. And like, everything is such a headache that in the end I just went back to pink wax or blue wax. Diamond Art Studios blue wax I quite like, even though I've got pink wax in that one, because that's what was handy, I guess. You know what wax is like. You unkit so many kits that there's always some wax laying around somewhere. But let me just do this with this. I don't know why this has been naughty. Right. Okay. Do I need to straighten? I think while I've got the straightener. Not really. because I don't multiplace. So I rarely, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like multiplacing. Aside of the gaps, I was talking about this the other day as well. So I don't like multiplacing for 2 reasons. And I got halfway through, as is my want, and I was saying, oh yeah, I don't like the gaps. Because like you can see the rows, like most of the time you can see the rows when you've been multiplacing. Like, and I'm like, obviously I'm just one of these people that once I see it, I see it. And I can't unsee it, and I can't forget about it. You know, it's just like how my brain is wired. It's really annoying. I annoy myself. Right? But then I couldn't remember what my second reason was. Go figure. So the second reason is because quite often, like, you see how, like, I do fiddle with drills a little bit, but, like, people put, like, in, well, when I say people, well, I put in, when I tried the multiplacer, you know, you put in, say, 4 drills, and then you have to spend a lot of time, like, going, right, I've got to get that one straight, I've got to get, that one's there, and you spend a lot of time fiddling with them. And whilst it might not be as long to fiddle with, time-wise, as placing 4 drills in independently, singly, it's still quicker. Like, there's just something about the process that makes it annoying for me, you know. And obviously, I'm here to enjoy my diamond painting. And if something is just like, it feels unsatisfying, that's the word. Just feels unsatisfying. It's one thing to fiddle with my drills, like in a sort of fond way. I'm like, oh yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with that drill, but I'm just gonna touch it. Like that, I'm fine with. But if I feel I have to fiddle them with them to like straighten them up a bit because they've gone on wonky, slightly wonky, and not to my satisfaction, then that feels, you know, unsatisfying. And I prefer things to be satisfying. I don't mind slower. I enjoy the process. Apart from when I've got loads of diamond paintings that I'm eager to work on, which is what right now. But I fix that just by like painting more often and for longer. So yeah. So I did eventually. So anybody who's around here will see like my whip and chat from my cross stitch conversion like in 2 weeks' time, and you'll get the first half of this conversation where I start talking about it. But at least you know where I go, oh, I can't remember the second reason. Why don't I like it? Why don't I like it? Why can't I remember why I don't like it? You already know. Because future me has filled you in. I'm working on my other cross-stitch conversion as well now. In fact, I actually got that to the side here. Hopefully I won't forget. I'm about to talk about it, but hopefully at the end I thought, oh, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, look, there's an upside down arrow. Why am I so blind? And I'm doing all these ones here. I'll probably leave that till I'm not, because I've already been talking nearly an hour already. Bit less, because I've got to take out the trips to the washing machine. But yeah, I always miss one. I'm so blind. Why? Tell me why. But yes, I've got the cross stitch conversion going, and I've been enjoying that. So that's a Jasmine Beckett Griffith one. So that's a lot smaller. It's only a 60 by 60. My main cross stitch conversion, honestly, that's like crazy. I think that's something like 140 deep by, I want to say 197 wide. That's a whopper. It is an absolute whopper. That's the first one I've ever done. That well, I mean, I'm working on my 60 by 60. That's only my second one that I've ever worked on cross stitch conversion. And it all started off. I went to the Facebook group. Heaven and Earth Designs have a Facebook group for their diamond paintings. Obviously, they're known for their cross stitches, but they do have a diamond painting one. And I thought I'd seen a couple of cross, because when I started this, it was like 2.5 going on 3 years ago. Before everybody's doing cross-stitch conversions now. But back then, there was only, I think, Rebecca from Add More Zest and Tiny Worlds of Wonder, I think, had one. And, yeah, there wasn't many people doing cross-stitch conversions. So the information wasn't out there. And I'm like, this is right up my street. This is my kind of thing. I knew as soon as I heard about them. But I didn't know anything about it. So I joined this Heaven and Earth group. And they had loads of information about how to do it and how to convert and all this nonsense. You know, convert the measurements. And I joined it with the view to getting more information. Anyway, I just happened to join one day, and the very next day they had a sale, and their Heaven and Earth charts were half price. Now, as it goes, they have sales quite often, like a good few times a year, and they're usually half price. And so their big ones, the minis are like $12 full price, and the big ones are, I think, $18 or maybe $16. No, it must be, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. There was 50%. And so everybody was talking about what they was buying in the sale at half price. And somebody posted this picture of Dragon Race Into the Night. I'll post that picture. And that's the one I'm doing. And as soon as I saw it, I was just like, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I hadn't even been diamond painting that long. I just had, like, I have no fear about that sort of thing. Many things I think, how am I going to do it? But diamond painting, apparently, not a problem. I'm just like, because I just see it as one drill at a time. I don't see like this big giant picture or anything like that, or how many colours. I just see it as like, I'm just placing one drill at a time. Simple. When you break it down to its basics, that's all you're doing. It doesn't matter what colour it is, and it doesn't matter how many you're doing. You're just placing one drill at a time, or 10 at a time, depending if you're multi-placing, this sort of thing. You get the idea. And this one is 310. I didn't even have to check that symbol. So yeah, one day of research, and I went ahead and bought like Dragon Race, which is the biggest project in going. It's one of their biggest patterns. And yeah, so it's very slow going. I always intended for it to be like a side project, and I thought it was going to take me like 2 to 3 years. I do have a playlist of everything where I'm buying the canvases and the kit up. Oh my days. I think I had to do 5 kitting up videos because it's like 200 colours, 200 plus colours, which took forever. It was brilliant. I loved it. But yeah, if you want to check out that, I actually made a playlist just for that. I've got my Heaven and Earth playlist, and I've got Kitting Up's playlist, but I made a specific playlist just for Dragon Race because it was so big to do. It's just like 8 hours to kit up. I mean, you've seen what I've like though. I'm get so distracted and I stop. So anyway, I bought some more patterns for at Christmas. I bought several more patterns. So that's another reason why I'm motivated to do it. So I'm doing my, nearly got there. I'll just show you the bit I've done. I've not done that much. Let me get that out of the way. Oh, I should probably move that tray of drills out of the way before it all goes down goes wherever. So I've only done that. So I've started corner. This is the start of her hair. So it's a Jasmine Beckett Griffith picture, and it's called Paisley. And if you was looking at the pattern, it was from Heaven and Earth Designs. It's called Mini Paisley, but I just love it. It's like really colourful. And then she's a little girl. And the nice thing about cross stitch conversions, let me get my sticky. I forgot I was sticky. It's fine. Everything is fine. Good job it wasn't that awful plastic though, the see-through plastic that isn't double-sided. I don't know if you've ever stuck that. That's clear plastic. One of the versions of this clear film, one side is fine. You put the other side on. Oh. So fortunately it wasn't that kind of plastic, otherwise that would have been the end of the video. I'd be spending the next 20 minutes trying to unstick it. But where was I going with that before my no, so it's really colourful and it's really nice. And the nice thing about cross stitch conversions is like you can buy a pattern for the whole picture, but if you want to crop it down, like you have that, the choice is yours how you want to do it. So that one, if I was doing it as its proper way, would be in the region of being a 60 by 80, but I decided to crop off the bottom. well, technically it's like a 61.5 wide by 80, I think, down. And I turned it into a 60 by 60 because you can do that because you're working with a blank canvas. So you can do whatever you like. And I just enjoy that freedom. But yeah, I'm working, that's going well. I have a little app that, you know, you put in how many drills you've done each day, because it's really easy to keep count on the cross stitch conversions. I use Pattern Keeper, and it'll tell you how many drills you've done. And even if you haven't, the squares are like 100 drills on the grid, so you can quite easily keep track. And there's an app called Stitch Pal, which is used for cross stitch. Have I got any more? Let's put that there. Where you can put in how much you've stitched, or in my case, how many drills I've placed. And one of its features is it'll tell you if going at your current speed, you'll be finished by blah blah. And in that case, the blah blah is actually the beginning of May, early May. And I'm taking it quite sedately, so what will probably happen is I tend to start slow, and then the closer I get to the end, I speed up. So I reckon I'll be finished that in April. Oops. And it is the middle of February, obviously now. February the 14th. Well, February the 13th. Told you I'm cheating. So yeah, that for me, that is like really speedy. Assuming I don't run out of steam, which is always a possibility with me. I wake up one day, it's just like, meh. Don't think I'll bother. And I don't for a week. Or 15 months, as the case may be. Oh, I'm trying to stick it on the plastic. That is not smart. So yes, what are you all up to? Have you ever done a cross-stitch conversion? Are you working on your own painting? If so, whose? As I mentioned at the start of this video, this is a Dreamer Design one. And it's the first time I've ever done a Dreamer Design painting. Seems alright. Seems alright. The drills, I don't know. It could be just that whenever I've looked at it, we've had like pretty dull weather. But the drills don't seem super sparkly to me. But I don't know. That could just be me. We'll see what it's like at the end. You know what it's like. You're only working on a little bit. And kind of skews your perspective, because the drills also shine off of each other. So a dull day and not many drills, it could just be that effect. We'll see how it goes. Aside from that, the drills are nice. I don't have much trash. Talking of trash, no. That sort of reminded me of my first. And even then, he's just a bit oversized. Much like myself. But, right, now, have I got them all? I've been going through today and missing signs. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start thinking about finishing up here. So this WIP and chap doesn't go on forever. And also I want to show you the painting at the end, because she is really cool. And the colours, you can see it. She's already got some Abbies. Oh, shall we look and see? I don't think I've got any Abbies in this bit though. No Abbies in that section. That was poorly planned. I should have done some of her hair down here. All these zeros or O's or whatever you want to call them, they are all white Abbies. So that's a shame. You'll have to use your imagination. But let me know if you hang on. J. Where's my J? 40. Let me know if you want more WIP and chat. I personally, when I listen to a WIP and chat, you know, on YouTube, I'm usually diamond painting myself, so I don't really. This sounds stupid, but I don't really care about what's being diamond painted. I don't really care what's happening on screen very much. Let's put it that way. But let me know if you have a preference, because obviously I would still do my cross-stitch conversion as WIP and chats, because that's I'm kind of vlogging my progress to see it come alive. And it is coming alive, just very, very slowly. I started to talk about that before. When I started that giant cross-stitch conversion, I always knew it was going to take me I thought it was going to take me 2 or 3 years, but that was before I took a 1.5 year break nearly. But yeah, like it was always a back burner project. It was always going to be something I just do on the side when I feel like doing something different, or you know, whatever, that sort of thing. But yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in, you know, either more whip and chats. It would be more whip and chats. I don't know if that's your thing. But I would do some of the whip and chats on, you know, normal. We'll use the speech marks there. Normal canvases versus, you know, the cross stitch conversion. I can talk a bit easier on these ones. I don't make as many mistakes. Because cross stitch, the conversions, you have to do a bit of thinking. You have to pay attention, which is like, well, should be obvious by now how well I am, how good a job I do of paying attention. But, yeah. Let me know if that would be something of interest to you. Because personally, I don't tend to watch. Is it all the J's bar that one? Oh no, there's one there. Oh no, there's two. Oh, that distracted me. I had one stuck upside. Get off. See, now it's wonky. And this is when if I had to do this all the time, I can cope with straightening something just once in the blue moon that's gone astray. Okay, that way. Then I don't mind. But when I'm having to like place drills and then fix drills, yeah, that's when I can start getting grumpy. But yeah, if you, I don't know. If you're interested in a whip and chat on normal canvases, let me know, and I'll add it to my roster of videos that I am slow to edit. I'm gonna do it. Well, obviously this one, I think I'm all right if I've got a deadline as such. So this one I know I want up for tomorrow. As soon as I finish doing this one, I will, hopefully, because I'm self-employed, so I work at home. And as long as there's no nasty surprises waiting for me when I get back to check my email and everything, then I can just sort of play it in the background while I'm doing other things. And that's when I edit and put in pictures of my holiday and edit out when I had to go to my washing machine, you know, stuff like that. There's going to be something I missed. I know there is. But yeah, so when I've got a deadline, I'm a bit better at knuckling down and doing the editing. But editing, where's K? 15. Editing is like my digital world version of housekeeping. I get halfway through, I get bored. Or I'll do it and I'll upload it. But with YouTube, you have to like make a thumbnail, and I'm going to just use all that pot. Make a thumbnail and do your description. I mean, you don't have to, but I do have to. Like, that's how my brain is. I can't just put up a video with nothing. Just put up the subject heading and post it. I can't do it. I think something inside me would break. I get OCD type, you know, sort of symptoms or whatever you want to call it, over the weirdest things. Like lots of things I'm fine with, and I'll be really slapdash. Absolutely slapdash. Don't care. Not fast. It's all gone wrong. It's all sloppy. Don't care. And then there's other things. I've got to do it right. Even though, and then I spend like 3 times as long on it as any normal person would. Like I say, I'll edit it, but what I'll do is I'll edit it and fix all the things, and then I'll watch it through a second time, just to make sure all my edits, like, you know, because when you edit, you stop and start constantly. Do the thing that needs, then start playing it again. So I tend to do that. So I watch all my videos twice. No wonder it takes me so long. bonkers. But there you go. We all have our weird quirks, don't we? What's your weird quirk? Go on, own up. If you're still here, it's fine. Everybody else has left because, you know, they've got bored. But you're still here. Nobody will know. You can tell me. It'll be fine. You admit to it. Right, but I think I'm just going to do this K. Finish K. And then we're done. We're nearly done. You can escape soon. After I've posted a picture of this, how far it's got. To be honest, it's like really vibrant. That's what I was talking about, the drills. So the drills are nice, just maybe not as shiny as I hoped. Maybe at the end I'll just, you know, rub it over with... Actually, I won't just stop at K. I'll go back and find that little U-turn sign and the upside down T. And the 7, you know, all the drills I missed from the first pass. And an A I've just spotted. I did all those colours. I have to be careful. Look how... This is one of the ones... Because I took it out of here. But now I'm like forcing it into this little pot. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then when I open it next time, I definitely won't forget that it's so full. And I definitely won't open them and spill them everywhere. You believe me, don't you? Right, let's find that. So that is number 23. At least we only need one of each. And I can just dip in the pot. No, not with that. That's the 2 placer. And I still got 2 regardless. You're off. So we'll put that there. 1 done. And then what else did I miss? 7. 7 is... No. I nearly put in... I was going to do number 7 on the list. I want symbol 7. That would be stupid. 26. No, yes, 26. But aside from that, the drills are really nice. The grid is quite tight, I must admit. Like sometimes I do have a crunch. You don't usually get crunches on round drills. I've had a few crunches. But all the drills do seem to be pretty uniform. So I reckon I should be all right. I just have to make sure that, you know, I don't miss a crunch and it's like sticking up at the end. And I don't notice it. And then it'll fall off because I've not put it on properly in the first place. But yeah, it's a really tight grid. Like here you can see, oops, turn over. Let's push that one in. Right, did I miss any others? An A. Last one. Last one. An A was, what was it? 35. There we go, just one A. Actually, what I might do as well, to do you all a favour, listen to me, so generous of me. I will probably just I'll finish this through the afternoon because it's only about 11 AM at the moment. So I've got the rest of the day. So what I'll do is I'll do this section as well off camera. And then at the end of that, I'll turn it around, take the picture, and that'll be at the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate it. YouTube hates me at the moment because I took all these breaks twice now. Like, YouTube hates me. It is what it is. So any interactions, you know, to keep the YouTube algorithm happy, I would appreciate them. Take care and see you all again soon. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy anti-Valentine's Day. Bye for now. Bye.